Well, before I move on, I want to say, talk about one other thing that we got over there with some of that yen on that car deal. Donna found a tailor, made me a beautiful sports jacket that I wore for years and years. I expect for 20 years. Oh, it was well made and done. But it was made by a Russian tailor with English cloth in Japan. How's that? And a little different tailor, I think a Japanese lady, made beautiful wool dresses. Wool dress for our Rita and a very sharp outfit for our Roy. I said, Donna, didn't you get anything? No. She said, that's the way it goes on those things. Shame on us. Should have seen to it that she got something nice out of that. Of course, I think the chest and the jewelry box and so on, maybe it balances out. I don't know. Well, anyway, in those days, the second semester in a college set up with semesters began, as it was in the public school in those days, in mid-January. But in checking out colleges that I might go and work on a master's degree, found out that the ones that were on a quarter system started early in January, and in 3 quarters ending in August of that same year, you could earn a master's degree. Boy, based on the things I had heard when I was a student before I got recalled, I had the impression that if you were going to go for graduate degrees, 2 of the best places in America were George Peabody College for Teachers down in Nashville, Tennessee, and Columbia University, New York City. So we began to price those 2 out. And of course, I understood that if you wanted to go to the very best, at that time it was at least the opinion of my professors at Phillips University, that Columbia was the place. And we had it just about figured out that we could afford to go there, even though it was going to cost a great deal more to get ourselves there than it would to go to Nashville. Had it looking like we were going to do it, and then we found out that, whoa, one other thing. In addition to food and everything else being higher, you had to pay, I think it was 50 cents a day to walk across a bridge to go from where the Veterans College housing was and to the campus. That ended that. Peabody for us. So, we headed down. Peabody said, can't promise you school housing right now, but there's turnover and we'll get you in. But you have to find an apartment off campus to start with. So we drive into Nashville and we're, buy a newspaper, go out to the college, get all the listings you can here or there, and we're looking at places close enough that hopefully Dad can walk to and from the campus. And in doing so, we became sort of dismayed. Dang, this place looks dingy. Well, later on I realized that what was making it look dingy is there'd been a lot of coal used by houses and by business heating over the years, and white buildings had picked up enough coal smoke dust that they did look a little dingy. But when you get on campus later, the campus was as clean and bright and beautiful as could be. Really gorgeous. Well, we found a little apartment upstairs, just barely big enough to accommodate the 4 of us, walking distance, and we were in. We also found out that once a week, usually had the band play a little bit or a whole lot. Sometimes it was just a music program. We had outstanding speakers. It was worth your time and part of your education to take in this, I guess, kind of like a Lyceum series thing that was set up. Sooner or later, I'll take time to talk about hearing Dr. Hill talk. Maybe I've already talked about him and his talk to us about standards. So it was Peabody for us, and we were there, and we had committed, and we were glad we had. We enjoyed being at Peabody from the beginning.